Okay, so last week we just read it from the script and we swapped. So this time you're going to read it, and then once you've read it, you're going to put it down, and then you have to listen to what the other person says, and when they finish, and then you pick your script back up again.
Okay.
Okay, can we sit down?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to put this down. Good Lord, what evil things were done to us that we were driven here, or was it a blessing that we came here?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, we were heaved thence, but blessedly hope hither.
Oh, it breaks my heart to think how painful it must be for you to recall all these things that I can't remember, but please tell me more.
My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious, he, whom next thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the manage of my state, as at that time through all the signories it was the first, and Prospero, the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity and for the liberal arts, without a parallel, those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies, thy false uncle, dost thou attend me?
I'm hanging on every word.
Being once perfected, how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance, and who to trash for overtopping, new created the creatures that were mine, I say, or changed them, or else new formed them, having both the key of officer and office, set all hearts in the state, to what tune pleased his ear, that now he was the ivy which had hid my pricely trunk, and sucked my verdure out on it. Thou attendest not.
Yes, I am, Father.
I pray thee mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and the bettering of my mind with that which, but by being so retired, overprized all popular rate, in my false brother awakened an evil nature, and my trust, like a good parent, did beget of him a falsehood in its contrary, as great as my trust was, which had indeed no limit, a confidence sans bound. He, being thus lauded not only with what my revenue yielded, but what my power might else exact, like one who, having unto truth, by telling of it, made such a sinner of his memory, to credit his own lie, he did believe he was indeed the Duke, out of the substitution and executing the outward face of royalty with all prerogative, hence his ambition growing. Dost thou hear?
What you're saying could cure deafness, Father. Of course I hear it.
You have no screen between this part he played and him he played it for. He needs will be absolute Milan. Me, poor man, my library was dukedom large enough of temporal royalties. He thinks me now incapable. Confederates so dry he was for sway, with the King of Naples, to give him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom yet unbowed. Alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Okay, stop there. Did you find it really hard?
That was difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that was very difficult.
Okay. Swap over.
So I'm doing Prospero now, yeah?
Yeah. No, so you're still doing Prospero, but you're going to do it in the in the translation.
The same bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to go back a page.
Oh, God. That breaks my heart, yeah, it starts there, doesn't it?
Yes.
Cool, so for you it starts.
Yeah, so when...
So you're overhead.
Yeah, so once you read it, just put it down, don't look at the script. So then you kind of have to listen. Okay.
What foul play had we, that we came from thence, or blessed wasn't we did? Oh, both, my girl, I'm Leonard.
Oh.
I can't even read the way that it's, right, okay, I'll start again. Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we, that we came from thence, or blessed wasn't we did?
My brother, your uncle Antonio, just listen to this. I still can't believe a brother could be so disloyal. My brother whom, aside from you, I loved more than anyone else in the world, I trusted to run my state, which at that time was the strongest in the land, and Prospero, the #1 duke, famous for my dignity and my education. Since I was so drawn to studying things like logic, grammar, geometry and astronomy, I let my control of the government slide a bit, being so wrapped up in my opulent books. Your disloyal uncle. Are you paying attention?
Sir, most heedfully.
Once Antonio got the knack of granting certain requests, denying others and promoting some officials, and keeping down those who were getting too ambitious, he won over the people who used to be mine, or changed them, remade them, you might say. Since he had control over the whole government and everyone in it, he soon made everyone sing his own song, whichever song he happened to like. He became like the ivy that sticks to the side of the tree and sucked my vitality out of me. You're not paying attention.
Oh, good sir, I do.
Please listen to me carefully. As I neglected practical matters, being totally dedicated to solitude and to improving my mind with subjects more valuable than most people imagine, I was so shut away from the world that I unwittingly stirred up evil wishes in my disloyal brother. My deep trust in him made him deeply untrustworthy, arousing in him a treachery as big as my trust was, my trust which had no limit, an infinite confidence. With Antonio possessing such powers and wealth, coming not only from my income, but also from his ability to take whatever my authority allowed him to take, Antonio started to believe that he was the Duke, like some liar who begins to believe in his own lie. He put on the face of royalty, with all the rights that go along with it. With his ambition growing like this. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To make his political performance absolutely perfect, he simply had to become the Duke of Milan himself. My library was large enough dukedom for me, so now Antonio judges me incapable of carrying out my duties. He's so power-hungry that he allies himself with the King of Naples, agreeing to pay him a regular annual sum, swear subservience to him, and put the dukedom of Milan, never subservient to anyone before, under humiliating control of Naples.
Okay, cool. Did you feel more powerful saying that?
I understood what I said.
Yeah,
exactly. No, I did feel more powerful because I understand exactly what I said, and not knowing what you say makes you more in character, I feel.
But like now you've read the translation, if you were to read the Shakespearean one again, would you kind of understand what you were saying? So it would come across a lot more easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said last week. Yeah. So.
Okay. So how did you feel?
I felt more powerful in speaking it in how we would say it now, even more so than Prospero's. When he was speaking to me, I felt like almost I was talking down to him when he was talking in the olden style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Say about John last week.
Yeah.
Have you told?
No.
Oh.
You said.
Oh, I'd say last week what John said that when he read the Shakespeare one, he felt more. Was it Shakespeare? He said.
Yeah.
He felt more powerful, whereas you said you felt like quite like
I didn't feel anything reading the Shakespeare one because I didn't understand what
That's
I was saying.
what I was like, and John was like, yeah, I felt more powerful reading it.
But do you think if you read the Shakespearean one now that you would feel more powerful?